Hi there, it's Kaylee from Homegrown Art, and today I'll be showing you how to draw a fall scene. You'll be able to use this illustration for upcoming seasonal cards, for decorations, or just for fun. And all you're going to need is a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, and a marker to finish it off if you like. So let's get started.
So we're going to start our topsy-turvy pumpkins by drawing the bottom largest pumpkin. We're starting with a smaller circle on the left and a larger circle on the right. And this is just going to help us create the guide shape for our bottom pumpkin. So go ahead and draw a line just along the outside of both of those circles, connecting them. And then we're going to go ahead and erase those lines in the center that we don't need. Just helps keep our work tidy. Our next pumpkin just above this is a little bit smaller, and both of these circles are going to be roughly the same size. And we're just going to overlap a little bit on this right side because the middle pumpkin is going to be just behind the front edge of the bottom pumpkin. So go ahead and connect those circles. And again, we're going to erase those lines in the center and overlapping lines that we don't need. And we can just see our work a little bit better, what the final outcome is going to be. So this top pumpkin is going to be the smallest of the three, and you're just going to draw one circle. And then at the top of that circle, create an oval, and this is going to show us where the flattest part of the pumpkin is. And then stem comes down right, down to the bottom. Okay, and ending right in the center of that oval that we just created. Erasing any lines we don't need. And we're going to go back to that bottom pumpkin. We're going to draw an almond shape. You can start this anywhere you like. I'm going to start it just to the left of center of the bottom pumpkin. And then from here, we're going to create C shapes that might extend a little bit above and a little bit below our initial guide shape. So go ahead and finish those towards the left and to the right of that initial almond shape. All right, and then moving to the second pumpkin, this middle one here, and we're going to start again with an almond shape. I like to just pretend I'm drawing the whole shape, even if I'm not. It just helps me visualize the whole illustration. Continue on with your C shapes, filling in the rest of your guide shape. Okay. And the final left shape. All right, pretty happy with that. So we're going to move up to the top pumpkin. So from the base of the stem, we're going to create a bit of a straighter line until we hit the edge of that oval that we drew. And from there, we're going to make our C curves. So go ahead, draw that. And if you need to visualize, it's going to be a similar shape to a pie. So the very top is going to have little slices. Okay, finishing out that last C curve. And on the edges, those C curves aren't going to come down quite as far as the center of the pumpkins. Just toward it, because it's towards the back, you're just not going to see as much of it. Erasing any lines we don't necessarily need. So we're going to move on, and we're going to add a candle just to the left of the pumpkin, creating an oval shape and two vertical lines on either end of the oval. And then this curved shape at the bottom is going to be at the same angle as the top oval. One more oval as similar as you can to the initial one, and that's just going to show us where the wax is. And then you can choose woodwick or regular. I'm a woodwick kind of gal. And so this next circular shape here, we're going to add in a flower. We're going to try and do a bit more of a simpler chrysanthemum. So this shape is going to curve up towards the left. We're going to do 2 almond shapes in the center. And then another petal that curves up and to the right. So going back to center, creating another almond shape. Okay. Another petal up and to the left, up and to the left. Another almond shape from there. So you're going to notice the middle third of our guide circle here is essentially just going to be those almond shapes vertically, and then to the left and to the right of that are going to be those petals that curve up and either to the left or the right. Here we go. So I'm just going to put us into time-lapse mode here while I line it with the Micron Fine Liner. Okay. And you can see I've added in the guidelines for our pumpkin details here. So you can follow a shape similar to the flowers that we do. Okay. And if you need something to visualize, if you think of an umbrella in just at the same angles that the wires or the panels of the umbrella would come down, that's essentially the same shape that you'll want to draw your guides in. And so your guidelines can either be fully solid, dots, dashes, any combination of which. So I do like to try and keep the lines different that are next to each other. So if you do one solid line, break it up, start doing, some dots and dashes first, then do solid, finish with dots and dashes. Just break it up a little bit. You don't want it to look too clumpy and similar in one area.
All right, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far and you liked what you saw and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'll be putting out new videos every Friday. I also put out drawing tutorials on Instagram every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I hope to see you next time. Bye!